Patriots, it's Monday, or, whatever day of the week this video ends up getting uploaded. And that means it is time to see Charlie Kirk smash some liberals metaphorically once again. All right, so I don't even need to get into it, guys. This is going to be good, and you're going to like it. So we're going to go to the video, but first, do me a big favor here. Like our video and share it around so we can keep bringing you guys this great cutting-edge content. As always, everybody, I'm your host, Darian, and this is Resist the Mainstream.
Hello. My name is Dominic, Mr. Kirk. It's lovely to have this conversation with you. In the interest of time, I have 3 questions for you, and it has to do with January 6th. Okay. So the first question is: do you acknowledge or believe that Trump incited violence?
No.
Okay. Do you acknowledge that Trump waited 187 minutes before he said anything to the protesters to go home peacefully?
That's debated. Yeah.
Okay.
Because remember, the instructions he gave were to peacefully and patriotically march.
Sure, but he also said to the protesters, the speech, I think it was at the Oval, or I can't remember what it was specifically, but he also said
Make
to
your
fight.
voice heard is what he said.
Right, but he also said to fight like hell or you're going to lose your country.
Right, but I think we both agree, time out, Kamala Harris's phrase right now is when we fight, we win. So fight is a open-ended term. Do we agree with that?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Kamala Harris, literally the DNC, had a big thing that said when we fight, we win. So telling somebody to fight, we shouldn't. That's a little bit ticky-tack, right?
Sure, yeah, I would say they're different contextual
For sure,
situations,
but just you can't emphasize that word. But third question on that you had?
Third question, do you acknowledge that many of Trump's staffers, including Donald Trump Jr., were begging him during those 3 hours to call off the protest or stop the riot?
I don't know. That's going to come out. I don't think so, though.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yes, ma'am.
This extreme fixation on a set of certain words taken out of context is really ridiculous and stupid to me. And it's a classic media tactic. Remember the whole good people on both sides. I remember leftists could not stop yelling that out the top of their lungs, and furiously and so self-righteously. He said, good people on both sides. That was when the Nazis were marching at Charlottesville. Orange man bad. He's so big and mean. Yeah, except Trump was talking about people on both sides of the debate of whether we should not remove Confederate statues or erase American history, which is what the left wanted to do. And Trump was being gracious enough to say, even the leftists who want to eradicate and destroy, erase American history, they're good people too. But somehow that turned into Trump is fans of white nationalists and Nazis who want to, eradicate blacks and Jews or something. It's all so fake, and I'm tired of hearing it. Now check this out. This is a little bit of an odd moment.
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind if I film?
Without a doubt.
All right.
There's cameras everywhere, so.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Kirk. Would you sign this for me really quick?
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Yes.
Thank you.
What is this? Is this a picture?
It's the poster from your booth.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay. Sorry.
I signed Xi Jinping's face.
All right. Thank you so much.
Great.
I just have one question for you. Would you mind answering? What is your thought on the new Minecraft movie trailer?
No idea what you're talking about. Thank you.
That's it?
Thank you. Next question. You're not
I'm
even
sorry,
a good
Mr.
troll.
Kirk.
Next question.
Thank you, Mr. Kirk. Thank you.
Well, that was not funny at all. Here's a more thoughtful question.
Yes.
Hey, Charlie.
I'm talking. Yes. Yeah.
So I saw in a video the other day, so a little kid came up to you and he said, "Oh, I heard you said that the Civil Rights Bill should," and I was just kind of wondering, and then you said no. I said it was a mistake. I was just kind of wondering if you could maybe.
Yeah,
I'm sure
for
it was
sure.
taken out of context, or maybe.
No, I just didn't want to debate a 12-year-old at the DNC,
Yeah, I'm
honestly.
sure, and I was wondering if now we have the
It was
time.
like it's not. It was a 12-year-old
Now we have
comes
the
up,
time,
and he
yeah.
was super sweet, super nice. Like, I'm not going to debate you. Like Mike Lindell ended up debating him. It was a disaster. So, yeah, look, very clear. Of course, we needed to end evil segregation. The way we did it was with a wide-ranging, over-the-top bill called the Civil Rights Act that has now created the prerequisite of what we now call woke. And so, for example, the Civil Rights Act is now being used to shut down people's business if they have a certain belief on one man, one woman marriage, saying that that is discrimination under the Civil Rights Act. So, of course, my perspective is it should be illegal to actively discriminate against somebody based on their skin color. That's not what the Civil Rights Act only did, though. That's one portion of the Civil Rights Act. There's 9 or 10 components that people don't even recognize or realize that effectively created this massive anti-racist is the term the left uses, monstrosity that is now being used for things that it was never intended for,
But
including affirmative action.
In what's like, can you name maybe a few specific cases where people
for
have
sure.
cited like
Yeah,
using
so
the Civil Rights
for
Bill
example,
that doesn't relate to
great
it?
example, great question. So Merrick Garland recently, the Attorney General of the United States, recently said that North Carolina and Georgia cannot have voter ID laws. So asking somebody to provide identification when they vote, because it's a violation of the Civil Rights Act. Because they say that it disproportionately impacts Black Americans. So the issue with the Civil Rights Act is not just the action of being of racially segregating or of being racially insensitive or to somebody. It is the impact. So if it impacts a certain group, therefore it's also then called illegal under the Civil Rights Act. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it most certainly wasn't a mistake, though.
Well, of course it was a mistake. The way it was written, the intent was not, though.
Okay, but at the time, of course, it was not a mistake.
Yes, it was. The way that it was written.
What people have used it for now, maybe yes, but back then it wasn't a mistake, though. Because
but you have to judge the law as it is now, right? So it's like saying, well, the law might have been good 20 years ago.
Okay.
You see something similar with Title IX and what the Biden administration has been doing in the past few years with that. Title IX, as I'm sure you guys know, prohibits sex-based discrimination. But now the Biden administration has managed to redefine it so you can go after people for, say, not allowing a man to wear a dress at work because, after all, he identifies as a woman. So you're discriminating against his chosen sex. See how this goes? Leftists will always take these laws and abuse them. It is something that is very important to be cautious of. No matter what anybody says, it is very important to understand that the slippery slope is a real thing. It is not a fallacy, especially not in politics. There are plenty of examples you can think of where this applies. Let's think about abortion, for instance. Safe, legal, and rare. You remember that famous Democrat catchphrase? They said that for years and years. Now, they believe in abortion up until the day of birth. Didn't take that long for that to happen. Slippery slope. Another great example. Nobody wants to take your guns away. Remember when they kept insisting on that? We just want common sense gun reform. We went from that to, hell yeah, we're going to take away your AR-15s.
Because so many other people were shot by that AR-15 in Odessa and Midland. There weren't enough ambulances to get to them in time. Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. We're not going to allow it to be used against...
Congressman Beto O'Rourke, fails up. First he ran for Congress, then he ran for Senate, then he ran for president, and he failed every time.
So you did say, I'm against discrimination, but I don't think the Civil Rights Bill should be signed.
So one provision I think should have been passed. Okay, so one provision was good.
You're saying it should have been more
minor. Should have been whittled down, and it should have been this massive, overreaching monstrosity.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate it. Yes. Yes.
Homie in the orange shirt had quite a bit of attitude there with little eye rolls, but I think he realized Charlie had a point. So, hey, that's pretty cool. With all that being said, everybody, what'd you think of the clip? Please be sure to let us know, comment below, and we'll see you all again soon. Thank you, and God bless.